to episode number 5. We are working here on this very interesting contraption. This will be the window frame of the slanted wall, and we made it very complex but super strong and very stiff. This was actually a simple frame and we put it all together with some screws, and now we're gonna mount it here into the slanted wall part, and we made these studs here for bottom support, and we're gonna screw everything in now. Alright, now that that's done, we can load it up and put everything together. Let's do a time lapse. All the walls are up. It was quite a bit of a hassle, especially this wall, because all the weight was falling down and we had to raise it with these things. Now we're going to screw everything together and make it nice and tight. It already has pretty good stability, but we need to add the roof as well. We just need some more hands for that. We'll do that later. Because there will be a big window in my slanted wall, it will be quite a heavy part. So all the force is pulling here on the side walls. And now I'm just making it very strong, connecting a bunch of steel parts here. So I'm finishing off some last parts, filling them up, screwing them on. To securely mount the steel frame onto the trailer bed, I will use these corner profiles. I put them at the strongest points here at the double beam, for instance, and then I'll mount them into the wood and into the steel with self-tapping 45mm steel screws, and then I'll also fix them into the steel frame. Okay, I'm gonna try to put the roof on my own. Yes. Nice, it worked out. Okay, this is the part that goes there. So I'm just gonna carefully drag it back this side. So I managed to get the roof done, but I still need to mount it, and it's a little annoying because if I get up here you can see that the double beam here is hollow, and I can't really get through to mount this, and from the top it's also pretty difficult. So what I'll be using is these plates of steel, and I'll be mounting them on there like this, so that they can pull on the screws sideways, so that the force doesn't pull the screw out and the roof plops off. It's gonna be stronger. Mounting the roof to the walls has been completed. There's a bunch of steel parts there holding everything together. I'll show you what it looks like. Everything seems pretty solid, and I'm pretty confident that a heavy window can fit in here with no problem, since I'm able to hang from it. So, the next step is to add insulation in the parts where it will be difficult after adding the torsion strapping. So I'll be doing that now, and then I can be ready for adding the strapping. Since I already have a beam running here, I can just fit it in up here and then push the insulation down all the way. I start by mounting it in the first location and then pulling it down to the second location, and then make sure there's enough pressure down so that everything is tight, and then drill this hole. And now this has proper tension, and then I can continue to screw the rest of the screws into the steel. Alright, the job is done. I put all the X's in place. There's one here on the back side. There's one here on the left of the window, one right of the window, and one in the middle here at this window. And then on this side I made a double cross coming from below, because the long side will have a bunch of wind against it, so the torsional strength on the short side should be really strong. Unfortunately, I have a big hole here, so I can't add a lot on this side, but I hope that I have plenty on that side. There's also an X here and on this side as well. So that should do it for now, and the next job is the garage needs to be built. This part will go onto the trailer hitch and stick out, and then I can use that spot for different kind of electrical and batteries and whatever not. So this will go here on this part. It will have round corners, and so I'm cutting the pieces a lot of times so that I can bend it like this. So it's a lot of work. That was a lot of cutting, but I got it all done. This is what it looks like on its place, and then I'll have a bunch of these stacked up on top of each other with a big door hole in the middle. But what I need to do first is make a wooden platform underneath, so that at least it's closed off. And so I still have some wood left, and it's perfect size, so I'll be cutting that now. I'm covering the bottom of the wood panels from the shed with aluminium, just like the bottom of the entire trailer, for waterproofing. So I'm using the same glue again, so the last little bit should come out. Alright, the first panel has been totally aluminium wrapped and is ready to be installed. 100% waterproof. Because it's dangerous to walk past here, I put some foam on this edge, and that should make it safe to walk this way. That's it for this week. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Yes, stay safe.
Stay safe.
Thanks for watching.